else knew you didn't have to have a garden or tomatoes to make salsa? Just simply 6 cans of tomatoes and Mrs. Wages. Your choice of medium salsa. I think she's got mild, and I know she's got like hot and spicy salsas. But our stomachs can't take, or my stomach can't take, I have some stomach problems, so we're doing some medium salsa to can up. Since I can't seem to can up salsa this year, because my husband's eating the salsa as soon as I get the tomatoes and stuff off my bushes, my vines, my whatever out there in the garden. I'm having to do refrigerator salsa for his chips. He's loving the refrigerator salsa. But I've got to get some canned salsa up on my pantry. And so, this is how I'm doing it today. Let's get to it. I went ahead and emptied the cans into my pot. And before I transfer you, I just want you to know it takes 6 cans, 14.5 ounce cans of tomatoes, 1 packet of the salsa mix of your seasoning mix of your choice, and then a 1/2 cup of vinegar. I'm going to put this all in my pot, then I'm going to set you all up over there. Alright, so I got everything in the pot, and I need to stir it together. We're going to bring it up to a boil. Then once it starts boiling, we're going to cut it down and let it simmer for 10 minutes. And as you see, I got my water bath counter going with my jars. I've only got 2 pints and the rest half pints because I've started my canning season already. And I've run it out of pints, and instead of running to the store, I'm using what I have on hand, which is half pints, which works just as fine. The water bath time, once we fill the jars, is going to be 40 minutes running time on the water bath. This is smelling so good. Wish you could smell it. So we're going to bring this up and let it boil, get to boiling, and then turn it down and let it simmer for about 10 minutes. And then once that happens, I'll bring you back, and then we'll get to filling those jars. Make sure you read your instructions on the back. I did forget to mention to you on here, don't know if it'll focus here or not, but it says do not use aluminum. So make sure, especially with your tomato-based products, acid-based products, don't use aluminum when making like your salsas and stuff like that. Just a heads up PSA. Alright, it's starting to come up to a boil. And I just wanted to tell you, the people at Mrs. Wages advise do not double up on this recipe. Do not add to this recipe. Go by the back of the bag or the box, whatever you get. Go by it strictly, because if not, you mess with the acidity of the product, especially if you're canning. So just, if you're going to make double batches or whatever, do 1 bag at a time. So now this is boiling, so now we're going to turn it down, let it simmer, set the timer for 10 minutes, and then we'll be ready to can. Alright, so as you see, this salsa is done. Look how chunky it is and pretty. I already got a jar out of the water bath canner, ready to go. We're going to fill it up to a 1/2 inch headspace. But before we get started, I wanted to let you know that according to the instructions, trying to see, make sure I'm in the camera, because I'm not at the camera. I'm just letting you know that you can serve, you can pour into containers and let cool, cover, and refrigerate at least 30 minutes before serving, and store covered in a refrigerator for up to a week. You can freeze this. You can pour into freezer-safe containers and let cool, and then store covered in freezer up to a year. That's good to know. Stored thawed product in refrigerator for up to a week after it's thawed out. And then to can, which is what we're going to do. We're going to fill up our jars. Like I said, I got 2 pints and the rest of it's half pints. It makes 5-pint jars. And then what we're going to do is process this for 40 minutes. And it is hot. So you need to have your jars hot. So it'd be temperamented. And like I said, a 1/2-inch headspace. I'm trying to make sure you're in the camera good. And then I need to add a tiny bit more. I know y'all can't see that, but I'm limited on space here, dears. And that's going to be pretty good. I got my Pokey Joe right here, just to get the extra air bubbles out. You want to do this. It's not just a liquid, so you want to make sure that you get any air bubbles out. And what I do is I got some vinegar over here on the side. Get this out of the way. And you want to take the rim of the jar. Really, really good. Make sure it's clean. You don't want nothing spoiling this good salsa we just made. And then get my jar lifter, because I do have them in warm water over here. Get me a ring. I'm going to put a ring on it. Finger grip tight. You don't want it too loose, too tight. Just once it turns, that's pretty good. Now I'm going to get a jar lifter. I'm going to have to walk around, y'all, because I don't want to knock the tripod down. Stick it in a water bath canner and grab me another one. Carefully dump the water out of it. It's hot. Hot, hot. Now be careful when y'all doing this. Anyone can do this. If you got canned tomatoes sitting on your shelf you don't know what to do with, this would be a good thing. That's what I had. I had some about to expire, which I knew it'd still be alright, but still need some salsa anyways. Again, a 1/2-inch headspace is what you're looking for. And that looks right. And I'm not going to keep you here for all my jars. I'm just going to do a couple to show you what we're doing and make sure that you're getting the air bubbles out. Wiping the rims of the jars. Just like that. And you can see there's some that splashed on the top. And that would have prevented a seal. Oh, wrong way. Finger grip tight. And into the water bath canner this goes. This smells really good. We've had it before. Tastes really good too. I'll do one of these little jars to show you. These are half pints. So not as much will go in there. But it's a good serving size. Especially with some chips. My husband will eat a whole one of these in one setting with some chips. So he'll be happy to have this. Yeah, thought so. A little bit too much. That happens. When you do, you just grab a spoon. This is when that vinegar comes in handy. Ooh, yep, hot. Maybe a little bit more. Let's check, make sure on that ½ inch. Sorry guys. Might take a little bit more out. That off of there. Take this big tomato out. Alright, see? Get to clean up a mess with me. How about that? See? Make sure we clean this off really good or it won't seal properly. And make sure you get the sides too. Otherwise the ring might not go on good. So we're still getting something off of it. Hot. Now that's looking better. And keep continuing this until it's clear. Then you can grab a ring. That just did not feel right. There we go. And like I said, finger grip tight. And then I'll go in the canner and I'll do the rest, and then we'll continue on our way. I realized I didn't debubble that jar, so I'm taking it back out and debubbling for you guys. See? People make mistakes and they forget things and everything, but I just wanted to bring it back on real fast to show you that I remembered, because I made the mistake of overfilling and wanted to bring you back on there to show you that now that I fixed my mistake. And then I put a lid on there, so I had to take the lid back off. I'm getting a new lid, putting it back on, but I did bubbled. Now I'm going to clean up, put a lid on it, put a ring on it, put it back in there.
A few moments later.
Alright, we got steam coming out the water bath canner. We're going to set the timer for 40 minutes. And then we're going to turn the burner off after the 40 minutes. After the timer goes off, let it rest for 5 minutes. And then we'll set the jars out on a towel over here and let them cool overnight. I'll take you along when I do that. See you in a little bit. It's been 5 minutes. Lift this away from you. See all that steam? Be really careful. And yes, I have a jar lifter in there on the sides, but I'm not going to try to lift it with my nerve damage. I just have this jar lifter that I'm more comfortable with. Look at that. Look at that salsa. Pull it straight up. set it straight down. It's so pretty. Look at that. All the spices. That water on top will evaporate. That's so pretty. This salsa tastes really, really good. That's an old label that won't come off. And when I say old label, it's an old jar. And it's been like peanut butter, oil, everything you can think of to get that label off. You hear that ping? See, oh, there's another one. Love to hear those pings. Alright, the last one. So there you have it. Look how pretty those are. No excuses. No excuses if you like salsa and chips, salsa nachos. If you like salsa, go get a bag of this. It's not that bad. It's a couple bucks. Get you a couple. If you don't have tomatoes growing, another ping. Get you 6 cans of tomatoes. Get you a bag of salsa mix. Got vinegar on hand. And you can put 5 pints by one bag and 6 cans of tomatoes. Unless you got your own tomatoes. Look at that. And it's so pretty and it tastes so good. Got all that. 6 half pints and another ping. Listen. And 2 pints. It makes 5 pints. But like I said, I ran out of pints because it's canning season for me. But it made the 6 half pints along with the 2 pints. Plus this here extra for us to have this evening. Like, subscribe, comment. Tell me what you'd like to see me can up next. God bless. See you on the flip side.